Hello everybody, and welcome to the sequel game of Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy 2! Now, as you may recall, like, say, almost five years ago, where I did the first Mario Galaxy as both Mario and Luigi. This time, however, there's only going to be one playthrough of this game. This time it is only really going to be one. So, yeah. So, this one here is the major content that you're going to be getting with all in one. But anyways, now as you can see, now the way you start with your icons, you can either select Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Toad, Peach, and even Luma. Or you can even select, your me as well. But anyways, let's start off our second adventure in space. Now, let me tell you a new story that also begins with stardust. Shimmering stardust falls on the Mushroom Kingdom once a century. That time had come again. Yeah, once again. Would you like to share some cake while we watch the shooting stars? Meet me at the castle. Peach. Yeah, once again, Peach wants us to meet her at her castle. Now, the way they make us go through this prologue segment, essentially a storybook version. Yeah, where we essentially on a 2D plane. Whereas we go through this, these toads here will give us some tutorials. For those of you who have not played the first Galaxy game before. Well, yeah, and that was actually me back then. Yeah, here is the thing, everybody. Back when the Mario Galaxy games were new at the time. I didn't exactly play Mario. I didn't exactly play Mario Galaxy. The first Mario Galaxy first. Yeah, I actually played Mario Galaxy 2 before Galaxy 1. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that odd? Now, and I also didn't start playing Mario Galaxy 1 until like a few years later after I played the second game. So now, thankfully, I was still able to not only obtain the first game, and I was also able to record it for you for this channel, of course. Yeah, but like I said, it's a bit odd that that I played Galaxy 2 before Galaxy 1. But anyways, as you saw. Yeah, we essentially once again meet up with the same I want to say it's the same Luma who gained us the power to utilize our spin move from the last game. Now, even though it said that it gained Mario some brand new power, even though this is essentially a sequel to Mario Galaxy, meaning that it is not essentially entirely new. Yeah, not even close to being new. Yeah. Now, and I guess I should point this out right now. The star bits and the coins that you get during this prelogue will count towards your overall number of coins and star bits that you get. Yeah, you'll see. As we get into the actual, as we get into the actual hub world, the hub area for this game, and as you can see, yeah. terror has struck the Mushroom Kingdom again. But instead this time by the same creature, Bowser. But this time, previously, in most Mario games, Bowser usually waits until like the end of the game for him to grow big. This time, however, he actually starts off as huge. Now, the reason for that is something that we're gonna see as we go for the game. And yeah, but guess who is after again? You're too late, Mario! The power of the stars is already mine! And look what else I got! Gee, what a surprise. Yeah, no shocker at all. I'm huge! Even scarier up close, huh? Nope, not even close, Bowser. Maybe I'll have Peach big me something for once. I don't think that's gonna happen. I sure could go for a galaxy-sized slice of cake right now. Yeah, that's still not gonna happen. I'm way too huge for this puny planet. I deserve an empire that's more me-size. And I'll put it in the center of the universe. Have fun with your stupid mushrooms. Yep, and off it goes into space once more. Now, unlike the last game, where he actually took the last game, where Bowser actually took the entire Mushroom Kingdom, the entire Peach's castle with him. This time, he actually grows super big, and he just kidnaps Peach only. So, yeah. What else can you really say about Bowser? Yeah, this totally says why Bowser, why? Even though at this point you should be getting used to Bowser kidnapping Peach. At this point, you really should be getting used to it. But anyways, yeah, now he has some Lumas right by the entrance. Mario, where did that monster come from? Yeah, as if you don't know. He took your princess to the center of the universe. You must hurry and save her. Yeah, that is if we're gonna be doing that already. Master Luma. Young Master Luma. Did you get thrown overboard too? Good thing you're safe. I see. So you're gonna save Mario's cap? That should be safe, and that should be safe for now. But Mario, you have other things to worry about, like saving the princess. But how? I know. With young Master Luma's help, you can use the power of the stars, and we Lumas can help a little too. And by using the powers of transformations to transform themselves into launch stars. Excuse me. Yeah. Now they're gonna launch us. Now they're gonna launch us into space, so that we can start off our second galaxy adventure. And then we dive right on into the mission menu. And now the first galaxy that we're actually going to be going to is called Sky Station Galaxy. And the very first mission is Peewee Piranha's Temper Tantrum. Yeah, that sounds sort of similar to another piranha that we fought against in the last game. Anyways, let's begin. Our power stars, they're gone. Some gigantic monster stole them. Yeah, and I wonder who that is. If you're going after that monster, you might see our power stars out there too. Yeah, clearly. Please bring our power stars back. We Lumas will help you along your way. Yep, just like in the last game. Anyways, let's begin. Let us officially begin our grand adventure in space. Now, and I guess I should point this out right now. Now, just like in the last game, you probably want to be getting a lot of star bits, or should I say, even more than you would in the last game, because yeah, if you want to get certain power stars, then you definitely need to get a whole lot more star bits than you would think that you would need to get. Oh yeah, and also this time it is not just star bits, it's star bits that you really have to get. This time you also have to get a big number of coins too. Whereas in the last game, yeah, the coins that you get were really only just to restore your we're only really there just to we're only just really there just to restore we're really just there just to restore your health. But this time, however, there's gonna be some missions that require you to get a whole lot of coins too. So yeah, you not only have to get a bunch of star bits, but you also have to get a whole lot of coins this time too. Yeah. now as we go through here, we can say we get the return of not only the mini Goombas, but also the regular Goombas too. Now there really isn't much difference in terms of the enemies to the enemies that we have seen within the last game. But there is some difference with the mini Goombas, whereas in the last game, now no matter what, even if you jump on them or spin at them, they will always give out they would always give out only for 1 coin only. Yeah, but as in this game. But as in for this game, the mini Goombas now do give out at least 1 star bit if it doesn't happen to spin into them this time. So yeah, that is definitely a good way for you to get even more star bits. Now there is another change. Now there's also another change that they did for this. There's also another change that they did. Now there are also a slight more changes that they actually did for the sequel here. Now first off, the checkpoints. Now in Galaxy 1, the checkpoints would just appear out of nowhere. So that so you may never know if it just happened to reach a checkpoint until you die. But for this game, however, now as you'll see, now this game actually has a checkpoint flags. Yeah, now and if it just happen to hit that checkpoint flag, then if you just happen to die, you'll just go for right back there. Now for another big change for this game is the way how common medals is for how common missions appear. Now that's something that we're gonna get into as we dive into more of this level. Now another thing that they added for the sequel are these little warpads here. Now you see that little hexagon platform down there. That is where the warpads will take you to. Yeah, they will essentially place you to some sort of like a mini game of sorts, where you essentially have to defeat every single enemy before a hidden timer runs out. So then you will automatically get yourself warped back. And if you just happen to defeat the enemies within the every single enemy, they will give you at least 3 lives. Although something that was not changed within the first game is that the lives will always be reset if you just happen to turn off the game. So it's not really that much of a good idea for you to stock up on lives right now. But however, what I will say, there are more ways for you to get lives within the hub area. Which you will see as we go through the game. But right now it's probably not your best idea for you to get many lives right now. But anyways, now back to what I was saying about the comets. Now previously, now the comments would just randomly, would appear as you progress through the game. But this time, however, if you actually want to make comments, actually appear within that galaxy, you need to get these. You need to get a comment medal that is hidden within the galaxies. And then later on, after you obtain a comment medal and finish off the mission, then after you finish off the mission, then that is when a common medal will show up. So yeah. But anyways, and since we are just about to reach our very first boss in the game already, yeah, here's where we're gonna get introduced to the life shrooms, which will of course obtain, which will have your health go up to 6. But you will lose it if you just happen to get hit hit 3 times. And not fully restore your health by getting coins, or if you just so happen to die. Yeah, so essentially what you're seeing so far is essentially the same ordeal as what we went through in the first Galaxy game, with only just a slight few changes added to it. But anyways, and now let's start off our first boss fight by essentially taking on another newly hatched baby. Man, Mario is such a savage by just defeating babies that were just freaking born. But news, everyone. Now our very first boss is Peewee Piranha. The way that you defeat this guy, you essentially have to spin attack his button, his eggshell, so that his big round bud will get exposed. Then he'll start to run away from you. But as you saw, yeah, if you just happen to make a turnaround in the opposite direction of where he's going, yeah, then you should be able to hit his big round button. Yeah, and as you can see, now that he's gone really mad, yeah, he essentially changes color, and then he'll start to get a little bit more aggressive. But considering he's still the first boss, means that he was still pretty easy to defeat. And there we have it, our very first Power Star of Galaxy 2. And once again, get ready to hear that sound effect a lot. Get ready to hear that little music bit a lot. It's essentially the same ordeal in Galaxy 1. But anyways, now we have essentially landed at our hub area of the game. And here's where we meet this character. So, you're this Mario guy my little Lumas won't stop blabbing about. Am I right? Yeah. Sorry to hear about the excitement you have with that monster down in the Mushroom Kingdom. I sure appreciate you bringing us this Power Star, though. We need as many of these as we can again. The name's Lubba, by the way. I am the head honcho of this Luma crew. See, believe it or not, we're on a spaceship. We're on a spaceship right now. Took some real ample grease to convert this little plantoid into a ship, but we Lumas pulled it off. May not look like much, but it's home. Truth be told, the ship, she's not in such hot shape right now. Yeah, no kidding. We ran into that monster too. He blasted us with meteors, and some of my crew were thrown overboard. So that monster kidnapped your princess, eh? That's cold. Deep space cold, eh? If you ask me. You know what else is cold? That monster stealing every last one of our power stars. See, that's our fuel. Our spaceship runs on energy from stars. Without that, we're stranded here. And hello, Master Luma again. Oh! Is that young Master Luma? It is, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, it's so tiny. Wait, if you have the trust of young Master Luma, say, I just might have a little proposition for you. Hear me out now. Your special someone got kidnapped, and now you gotta go save her. Am I right? Yeah, I don't know why they give us an option here, considering both answers essentially mean the same thing. So, and we need fuel for our ship. Now, if you think you could get us some of our stars back for us, I'd be willing to make the ship for your very own for a bit. That's a fair exchange. Am I right? Am I right, Mario? Again, I don't know why they give us an option when they both mean the same thing. Okay, gang, let's get cracking, yeah? I want everything spaceship shape. Yeah. And now they've turned the spaceship to look like Mario's face. Lubba's crew rebuilt the spaceship to look just like Mario. Yes, indeedy. Well, what do you think? It's something, I guess. Nice spaceship, yeah? More like a spaceship. Ha ha! Yeah, this guy really likes to make puns. Well, at least you'll never lose it in a car park. Am I right? Ha ha! Yeah, definitely not. So, what's next? Don't look at me. This ship has your face on it, not mine. The decision is yours. Feel free to explore Starship Mario, or take the helm if you're ready to ship out. It's your call, Captain. Yeah, we are essentially the captain of our own spaceship. And the game, honestly, is for us, which is definitely unfortunate for me. But anyways, but that's it, folks. That shall be all I'm gonna do for this part. We shall continue on for the next part. And so till then, I'll see you guys next time.